Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive. We're going to be talking about something that might be super relevant to you guys. Working, studying, living abroad.
Absolutely. And we're going to go beyond just like the how and really get into the why. There's some amazing potential out there.
We're looking at some stuff from Immigration Bridging Academy. They help young Africans achieve their dreams of going abroad. I gotta say, their approach is really refreshing.
Yeah, it's about empowerment, giving people the tools and the knowledge they need to navigate immigration and really succeed.
Okay, so before we jump into all the nitty-gritty, let's acknowledge why someone might even consider going abroad in the first place.
For sure. It's a huge decision to leave home. It's often about wanting a better life, right? Could be seeking opportunities, escaping hardship, even just pursuing personal freedom and growth.
And in the stuff we've been looking at, there are some stories that I think a lot of people will connect with, like there's Chidi in Legos. He's got a degree, but can't find a good job.
Yeah, exactly. And there's Zainab in Dakar, who's like the sole provider for her entire family. That pressure to provide a better future, a lot of people understand that.
And then there's Kofi in Accra, who's dealing with poverty every day. And there's Amina in Garua, who's facing, societal barriers as a young Muslim woman. These stories show how diverse the challenges are for young Africans.
Yeah. And sometimes where you're born just hold you back. It's not always about ambition. Sometimes it's about survival, breaking free from limitations, and building a future where you can thrive.
So if any of that resonates with you, if you felt stuck like your potential's being wasted, well, this one's for you. We're going to see how employment-based immigration can be a game changer.
That's a great point. That's what Immigration Bridging Academy emphasizes. It's about finding a stable and secure path to build a new life.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. What makes the employment-based route so different, so advantageous?
Well, imagine arriving in a new country. You already have a job lined up. No stress about finding work. You can just start building your life right away.
That takes a huge weight off your shoulders. Having a job and a purpose from day one.
Exactly. And it's not just about the immediate stuff. Employment-based immigration can lead to permanent residency. No more visa worries.
Ah, that's what they mean by permanent residence security. Having the freedom to build a life, pursue opportunities, put down roots, knowing you have a stable future.
Precisely. And there's some serious potential gain with that security. They say a potential $80,000 gain in opportunities.
Wow, that's huge. It shows that this isn't just about a job. It's about unlocking possibilities for yourself and your future.
Right. Prearranged employment isn't just any job. It's about a role that matches your skills and your dreams.
It's about setting yourself up for career success, not just taking anything you can get.
Exactly. And they say it could save you around $36,000 in lost earnings compared to arriving without a job. Plus, you could start earning like $30,000 to $60,000 right away.
Those are impressive numbers. But what about families? Can families move together, or is this just for individuals?
That's a great thing about employment-based immigration. Immigration Bridging Academy is all about family unity, because moving abroad is often a family decision.
So no painful separations from loved ones. You can all start fresh together.
Exactly. Think about the opportunities for the kids. Better education, a safer place, a brighter future.
Education is so important for families. And a world-class education without the burden of crazy tuition fees, that's amazing. The material mentions saving $45,000 on tuition per year, plus an extra $15,000 a year in government child support.
Those figures show how life-changing it can be. It's not just a job, it's a whole new life with better chances for everyone.
I'm seeing the appeal here. But let's be honest, the whole visa thing can be super intimidating. So many categories and requirements, where do you even start?
That's where Immigration Bridging Academy really helps. They've done the research, they'll help you figure out the best path for you.
Okay, lay it on me. What are some of the main visa categories they highlight?
Well, first you have the permanent residence visa. As the name suggests, it's all about getting permanent residency in a new country. It's usually the goal for people who want long-term stability.
Sounds like that one's got to be pretty tough to get.
It can be, but that's where having expert help is crucial. They offer personalized consultations, to figure out your situation and what visas you could go for. They even help with the paperwork and submitting the application, which makes the process so much easier.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
What are some examples of these permanent residence visa programs?
They mention a few different options, like the USA Extraordinary Abilities visa. That one's for people who are really good at what they do, exceptional skills, achievements in certain areas.
So if you're at the top of your field, that's a good one.
Mhm.
What about options in other countries?
Canada's express entry programs are really popular. Things like the Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Trades Program, and Provincial Nominee Programs. They're all for skilled people and their families who want to live permanently in Canada.
All right, so there are options for people who are looking for something permanent. But what if someone's not ready for that kind of commitment yet? Are there temporary visas that can, like, be a stepping stone?
Totally. There's the Skilled Worker Visa, perfect for people who want to get international experience and then maybe go for permanent residency later. Basically, it lets you work in a new country for a set period, build up your skills, explore new opportunities.
So which countries are big on skilled worker visas?
They mention loads, actually. Canada, Australia, Germany, New Zealand, the US, the UK, Netherlands, Sweden, Ireland, Luxembourg, all places that recognize how important skilled workers are, and they want to attract talent.
That's quite a list.
Yeah.
Great to know there are so many choices. But what about people just starting their careers? Or those who want to try things out before committing to a country?
That's where the job seeker visa comes in. You can enter a country for a certain time and just look for a job.
So you can check out different job markets, go to interviews, get a feel for the place before deciding to stay long term.
Exactly. Super helpful if you don't have a job offer yet, but you're ready for a new adventure.
Which countries offer that job seeker visa?
Germany, Austria, Portugal, Sweden, they all have programs like that. Great places for people who are looking for new career opportunities.
Okay, we've got options for permanent residency, skilled work, even for exploring the job market. This is giving me hope. But what about those digital nomads? The people who work remotely from anywhere. Is there a visa for that?
You bet. The Digital Nomad Visa, made for people who work online and want to live and work from a new country without giving up their careers. Perfect for flexibility and experiencing different cultures.
That's amazing. Working from a beach in Bali or a cute cafe in Lisbon, sign me up. So which countries offer these digital nomad visas?
They mention Bali in Indonesia, Colombia, Estonia, Georgia, Hungary, Mexico, Portugal, Romania, and Spain, all popular with digital nomads. Beautiful scenery, welcoming people, and not too expensive to live there.
Wow, we've covered so much already. Feels like there's something for everyone. What about people who want to explore doing business abroad? Any visas for that?
Yes, the Business Visitor Visa lets you go to a new country for a bit to do business stuff.
Like going to conferences, checking out potential partnerships, or even doing some short-term work.
Exactly. It's a great way to dip your toes into international business, network with potential clients or investors, and see if there's a market for your products or services.
Which countries are good for that? For business visitor visas?
The US, UK, Germany, France, Japan, Australia, Canada, Singapore, South Korea, Switzerland. They're all big on business and welcome entrepreneurs and investors.
This is impressive. We've gone through options for permanent residency, skilled work, job seeking, digital nomading, and now even business stuff. But what about people who want to study abroad? Is there a visa for that?
Of course, the student visa. It's for people who want to enroll in courses in a new country. It's a fantastic way to get a world-class education, experience a new culture, and make connections around the world.
What are some of the top spots for international students?
The US, UK, Australia, Canada, Germany, New Zealand, Japan, France, South Korea, the Netherlands. They've got some of the best universities in the world, and they're super welcoming to students from all over.
Wow, so many paths to live and work abroad. It seems like Immigration Bridging Academy is all about helping you find the right one for you. But before we get into their program, take a second to think. If you could design your perfect future abroad, what would it look like?
That's a great question to think about. What are your goals? What kind of life do you see yourself having in a new country? We'll explore those possibilities after a quick break.
Welcome back. We've been talking about all these visa categories, but now I want to get into something that I'm really excited about. Immigration Bridging Academy's Visa Accelerator program.
You've mentioned it a few times now, and I gotta say, I'm intrigued. It doesn't sound like your typical immigration service. It's more like, I don't know, a whole support system to help people achieve their dreams. You got it.
Yeah.
Visa Accelerator is about giving you everything you need to navigate immigration with confidence and actually succeed.
All right, I'm all ears. But let's be real. Sometimes the word program can be a little scary. People might think, oh, great, more paperwork, more fees, more headaches.
I totally get it. But with Visa Accelerator, it's completely different. They made it super user-friendly, very transparent, and incredibly supportive. And their pricing, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Tell me about this pricing. What makes it so different?
So instead of those traditional agencies where you pay a ton for every little service, Visa Accelerator has a one-time fee. It's 800,000 francs CFA, and that gives you unlimited access to all their services for a whole year.
Hold up. Unlimited access for a year. That sounds almost too good to be true. What's the catch?
Honestly, there isn't one. Well, except they only have a limited number of spots open each month, but that's just so they can give everyone personalized attention and support.
Okay, that makes sense. Shows they care about quality over quantity,
Well,
not just rushing people through, but actually helping them succeed. But still, 800,000 francs CFA. That's a decent amount of money. How does that compare to what traditional agencies charge?
that's where you see the real value. When you look at what traditional agencies cost, it's kind of crazy. So they usually have an initial fee to open your file, which can be around 800,000 francs CFA too. But then, get this, they pile on all of these extra service fees for everything. Consultations, preparing documents, helping with the visa application. And these fees can be anywhere from 2 million to 12 million francs CFA.
Whoa, that's a huge difference. So basically with Visa Accelerator, you're getting all those extra services, which could cost you millions more, all included in that one price.
You got it. It's a game changer, especially for people worried about the cost of immigration.
Okay, starting to see the value here, but let's break it down. What exactly do you get for that 800,000 francs CFA?
Okay, so first of all, you get access to over 120 different visa programs in more than 50 countries. Just that access alone is usually worth 1 million francs CFA.
Wow, that's already a win. There's got to be more, right?
Oh yeah, tons more. You also get a personal one-on-one consultation to figure out the best way to immigrate for you. Based on your situation, your goals, your qualifications, that usually costs 500,000 francs CFA at those other agencies.
So it's not just about having choices, it's about getting expert advice to pick the right path.
Exactly. They connect you with a network of over 120,000 employers who can sponsor visas, something that could easily cost 800,000 francs CFA on its own.
So they're really giving you real opportunities, connecting you with employers who are actively looking for people.
Right. And if you're not ready to start applying for jobs just yet, they give you access to job banks with over 100,000 open positions. Usually that's worth about 600,000 francs CFA.
Okay, so whether you're ready to apply now or just want to see what's out there, they've got you covered. What about people interested in studying abroad?
They got that too. Visa Accelerator helps you get fast admission to over 100 universities and colleges. Another 400,000 francs CFA in value right there.
This is amazing. It's like they thought of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just about access. What about support?
Yeah.
Do they help with those like nitty-gritty things, language tests, credential evaluations, all that paperwork?
Absolutely. They help you with all of it. They've got language proficiency assistance, credential recognition, help with your CV and cover letter, even a job acquisition master plan to help you land a job in 40 days or less. They even help you prepare for interviews. And all of those services together, over 1 million francs CFA if you bought them separately.
This program is sounding better and better. But let's be real, immigration can be a bit unpredictable. What if you go through the whole thing, spend the time and money, and then your visa gets denied?
I hear you. That's a valid concern. And that's where their risk-free satisfaction guarantee comes in. Now, they can't actually guarantee you'll get a visa. No one can do that ethically or legally. But what they do guarantee is that they'll be there to support you through the whole process.
So it's not like they just take your money and cross their fingers. They're right there with you, guiding you, giving you resources, and encouraging you along the way.
Exactly. They're invested in your success. They're going to work hard to help you reach your goals.
But what does that support actually look like? Can you give me some examples?
Sure. They'll work with you to check if you're eligible, pick the right visa program, get all your documents ready, submit your application, even plan your move. They'll help you with language tests, credential evaluations, connect you with potential employers, and help you deal with all those confusing immigration forms.
So basically, they're your immigration guardian angels. Got your back.
But have we seen this program actually work? Are there any real-life success stories?
We have. And they're super inspiring. There are tons of stories from people who've achieved their dreams abroad with Visa Accelerator.
Okay, let's hear them. For example, there's Cynthia. She was feeling stuck in her career, but then she got an amazing job in the UK through the program. She loves how much support they gave her and how they helped her navigate the visa stuff and find the perfect job for her skills.
It's not just about getting any visa, it's about finding the right opportunity, one where you can really thrive.
Exactly. And then there's Precious. She got Canadian permanent residence and a great job in finance through the program. She talks about the sense of community and support in the group training sessions. It made the whole thing less stressful.
That's so important. Moving abroad can be lonely, especially at first. Having people who understand what you're going through, that's huge.
Absolutely. Then we have 𝐸𝐞𝐫, a manager now doing really well in Canada. He says the program's step-by-step guidance made it all feel manageable, not so overwhelming. He loved the clear instructions and all the support they gave him at every stage.
It's like they hold your hand through the whole thing, making sure you feel confident and supported.
Then there's Evelyn. She's a project manager in Canada now. She says the program made her immigration journey surprisingly easy and empowering. She mentions it was a little tricky coordinating across time zones with her consultant, but they were super flexible and worked around her schedule to make sure she succeeded.
That shows how dedicated they are to their clients, going the extra mile to make it work.
And we can't forget Karen, a data scientist working in the UK now. She says the job hunting support was a game changer. The interview coaching and resume help they gave her helped her land her dream job.
So they're not just getting you a visa, they're setting you up to succeed in your career abroad.
That's right. Then there's Mohammed, a financial analyst in Canada. He says the program showed him opportunities he didn't even know existed. He found their help with the visa application and their connections with employers super valuable.
So they're not just helping you reach your goals, they're expanding your horizons, showing you new possibilities.
Exactly. And there are more. Priscilla, a product manager in the UK, loved their expert advice and encouragement, and Erica, who's building a great career in the UK, talks about their personalized approach and the amazing job opportunities they gave her access to.
These stories are so powerful. It shows this program is more than just a service, it's a life-changing experience.
And that's what sets Visa Accelerator apart. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's a personalized journey to help you achieve your specific goals and build a fulfilling life abroad.
I'm really starting to get it. It's not just about the paperwork and the processes, it's about understanding why people want to leave home in the first place and giving them the power to create a better life for themselves and their families.
You're absolutely right. And that leads us to one of the most powerful things about Immigration Bridging Academy, the You Can Never Lose approach. It really challenges how we think about immigration assistance and offers something way more empowering.
Okay, tell me more about this You Can Never Lose thing. What makes it so different?
So imagine this. You pay a traditional agency a bunch of money, like maybe 2 million to 12 million francs CFA, for one shot at getting a visa. If it works out, great. But if it doesn't, you're out of money, you've lost time, and you probably feel pretty hopeless.
That sounds awful and risky.
It is. Sadly, that's what happens to a lot of people who want to immigrate. But Immigration Bridging Academy does things differently. They understand that getting to a new life abroad isn't always straightforward. You might face challenges, maybe some setbacks, but they believe that with the right knowledge and support, you can keep moving forward and eventually reach your goals.
So it's not just about getting that one visa. It's about giving you the skills and knowledge to handle the whole process no matter what roadblocks you hit.
Exactly. With Visa Accelerator, you're not just buying a service, you're investing in your future.
Okay, I see the difference. It's about empowerment and long-term success. But how do they actually make this you can never lose idea work in real life?
Well, first off, they teach you about tons of different immigration options. You're not stuck with just one or two choices. You learn about over 120 different visa programs in 50 countries.
So even if your first plan doesn't work out, you've got a whole bunch of other options to try. You're not stuck.
That's it. And it's not just about giving you a bunch of information. They do those personalized consultations, remember, to help you pick the paths that are right for you and your goals.
So you're not just on your own trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
You've got expert guidance.
And then there's the network. Over 120,000 potential employers and access to job banks with hundreds of thousands of openings.
So even if you don't get a job through their initial connections, you've got the resources and know how to keep searching on your own.
Exactly. Plus, they help you with your CV, your cover letter, and preparing for interviews. They make sure you can confidently present yourself to employers.
They're setting you up for success in the long run, not just a quick fix.
And of course, there's all the support with preparing your documents, the visa application, even the logistics of moving. They guide you every step of the way, so you always feel prepared and confident.
So you never feel lost or overwhelmed. You've got a team of experts right there with you.
And finally, there's the community aspect. They connect you with other people going through the same thing. It's a supportive space to share your experiences, talk about challenges, and celebrate your wins.
That's so important. Moving abroad can be isolating, especially at first. Having people who get it makes a big difference.
Absolutely. The "you can never lose" philosophy is about so much more than just getting a visa. It's about giving you the knowledge and tools to navigate this whole immigration world and empowering you to build a great life abroad, no matter what challenges you face.
I'm really seeing the bigger picture now. It's about education, empowerment, and building a foundation for long-term success, even if things don't go exactly as planned.
They have this great analogy. Do you want to buy a fish or learn how to fish?
I love that. Buying a fish might solve your hunger for now, but knowing how to fish gives you a skill you can use forever.
Exactly. Immigration Bridging Academy isn't about just giving you a visa. It's about teaching you how to handle all the immigration stuff and empowering you to create a fulfilling life abroad, no matter what.
That's inspiring. It's about shifting from short-term gains to long-term success and personal growth.
And that's at the heart of their values: empowerment, transparency, and a genuine desire to help people reach their dreams.
Okay, I'm convinced. The philosophy, the program, it's all amazing. But let's be realistic. There are probably some people out there thinking, this is too good to be true. Like, there's got to be a catch somewhere.
I totally get it. It's smart to be cautious, especially when you hear about all the scams and stuff in the immigration world.
So how does Immigration Bridging Academy address those concerns? How do they build trust and prove they're legit?
One way they do that is by being really honest about the dangers of bushfaller lines. That's what they call those unofficial, often dangerous ways people try to immigrate illegally.
Okay, I've heard that term before, but I'm not exactly sure what it means.
Basically, bushfaller lines are these unofficial routes people take to try and immigrate illegally. It usually means relying on smugglers, going through really dangerous situations, and risking things like exploitation, getting deported, or even worse.
That sounds scary.
It is. Immigration Bridging Academy is totally open about the risks of these bushfaller lines. They share real stories of people who got scammed, exploited, even trafficked. They really stress how important it is to choose safe and legal ways to immigrate.
So they're not trying to sugarcoat things. They're being honest about the risks and encouraging people to make smart choices.
Exactly. They're all about ethical and responsible immigration.
So they're building trust by being upfront about the dangers and advocating for safe, legal ways to immigrate.
Right. And they also point out the problems with traditional immigration agencies.
What do you mean?
Well, a lot of those agencies charge crazy fees for services that don't always deliver. They might promise things like guaranteed visas or super fast processing, but it's often not true.
So they're taking advantage of people's hopes and desperation.
Unfortunately, yeah. And that's what Immigration Bridging Academy wants to change. They're completely transparent about their fees, their process, and what they can and can't do. They're not promising miracles. They're offering a structured, supportive, and ethical way to achieve your immigration goals.
Okay, so they build trust by being honest, advocating for ethical practices, and helping people make informed choices.
Exactly. It's not just about selling a service. It's about creating a movement.
A movement towards ethical and empowering immigration. I love it.
And they're doing it through education, transparency, and a genuine commitment to helping people achieve their dreams.
All right, I'm totally on board. This Visa Accelerator program sounds incredible. But let's take a minute to let all this info sink in. When we come back, we'll wrap up this deep dive with some final thoughts and actionable things for you to consider. We're back, and I gotta say, all this talk about opportunities abroad has me feeling inspired. What about you?
Totally. It's great to see a program that's not just about paperwork, you know? They really want to help people take control of their futures.
If you're listening to this, chances are you've at least considered living and working abroad, right? Maybe it's a dream you've had forever, or maybe you're just starting to think about it.
Yeah. No matter where you are in that journey, the important thing is you do have options. You don't have to figure it all out alone.
Immigration Bridging Academy is like that helping hand, showing you the right way to go. The safe, legal, and ethical way to reach your goals.
And they're not just focused on getting you that visa. They give you the knowledge, the skills, and the support you need to actually build a life in a new place.
So let's get practical. What can you, the listener, actually do with all this information?
First things first, explore your options. Don't let fear or uncertainty stop you. Immigration Bridging Academy offers a free consultation. They can see if you qualify and what paths might be good for you.
No risk, just possibilities. A chance to get some personalized advice and see if this program is right for you.
And if you're ready to take that next step, remember, Visa Accelerator will be there every step of the way.
It's not like they just give you directions and wish you luck. They're right there with you, helping you through the tough parts and celebrating your successes.
even if you hit a roadblock, remember that you can never lose philosophy. You've got the knowledge, the skills, and the support so you can keep moving forward.
Okay, so picture this for a second. If you could create your perfect life abroad, what would it look like?
Would you be working your dream job in a big, exciting city full of innovation and opportunity?
Or maybe starting your own business in a place that supports entrepreneurs.
Maybe you see yourself using your talents to make a difference in a new community, or immersing yourself in different cultures, expanding your horizons.
Whatever your vision is, Immigration Bridging Academy can help you make it happen.
Don't just dream about it. Take action, explore what's out there, and embrace the possibilities.
Your future abroad is waiting for you, and Immigration Bridging Academy can help you get there.
That wraps up our deep dive for today. We hope this exploration of immigration paths